Welcome to this class on human resources management. So is one of the few courses we have in this MBA, covering personnel, resources, human resources as assets, or management of human resources. So you will see that this class somehow overlaps, not all the time, but sometimes, the content we have seen in other classes. But it's okay. There are different perspectives of same objects, so we will particularly focus on how to manage the people that are in an organization. So the aim for today is just to introduce the class. It will be not a difficult job because the structure, the architecture of the class is more or less the same as the previous classes that I've been honored to teach to you. You will see, I will show you the syllabus. Everything is normal, there are no surprises. And so I think this presentation will be quite brief. As you will see, this is the syllabus for human resource management. Is about a few things that you need to know if eventually you will manage human resources, or if you don't, if you will not be part of a human resource department, you still need to know what the Department of Human Resources actually does. So this is the topic. I want you to focus first on the book. This is the book. So there are different editions. This is the edition that I'm working with. I see this is the edition number 6 of the book. The book is quite thick, but it's quite actually a good book. So first of all, before starting this class, you need to buy a book. I say that not because it's strange to say, because actually it's normal that if when you start studying in a class, you need a textbook. But I say that because sometimes I receive emails from students say, "Hey, I cannot do the assignment because I don't have a book." Well, go on the internet, go on Amazon, buy it, and so you will receive it. Actually, you can buy it well before the start of the class, so that you can start already looking at the book before starting the course. So anyway, there are some other information about this class that might be appreciated, like what are the objects of this course and so on. But let's go to what usually a student is more interested. So as usual, you have a textbook, and then you have to go on the platform. You know how it works. You have a textbook on one side and the platform on the other side. And when you go on the platform, we will see there is a lot of other materials that you have actually to study. The class is divided in 10 weeks. As usually, the first week starts Wednesday, October the 6th, and there are some assignments. So let's go and see the assignments. So the first assignment, it will be at the end of the 3rd week, and is nothing less, is right here. It's called memoranda, like here. You see, I increased the number of words that you have to write. It's 600 now. Previously it was 450 words, but now it's 600 because honestly, 600 pages, 600 words is something that you can write in half an hour. So this is the way I want you to write the paper. Please follow the instructions. So in week number 3, you look at the materials that you studied in weeks numbers 2 and 3, and basically you make a summary. So explaining 3-4 main themes. So basically you collect 3 or 4 topics in what you find in the material of weeks number 2 and 3, and you make a summary. That is basically what the assignment is about. In week number 4, you have a quiz. A quiz is a list of 10 questions with multiple choice. Multiple choice means there is a question. Is the book saying that you have to do this and that? This, and you have to say yes, not, or what the book is saying, something else. So we have 3 choices, and you have to choose the right one. Then, in week number 5, you have the midterm, which is a video. So basically, you pick up something among the content that you study in the first 4 weeks, and you write, you prepare a video of 5 minutes that covers this topic that you select. And so the video is good because it gives me the idea how you digest the content, how you can frame the subject. So it's quite interesting for you, because you don't need all the times to write the paper. You can only eventually just talk in front of the video. Right here, you will find all the information you need to know. After you recorded your video, then you can upload the video on the platform. Please don't send me on my email the video, because it might be possible that I cannot open the video as an attachment because it's too big. And so in week number 8, there is another summary, another memoranda related this time to the weeks 6 and 7. In week number 8, there is another quiz, same thing, 10 questions, multiple choices. And finally, in week number 10, there is the final exam, which is another list of 10 questions, multiple choice. So as you notice, the scheme, the architecture of the class is more or less always the same. So you have 10 classes, week number 3, summary, week number 4, quiz, week number 5, video, week number 8, summary, week number 7, summary, week number 8, quiz, week number 10, exam with quizzes. So this is basically the structure of the class. If you want to know how I grade, you will find here all the information. You see the 2 memoranda, 600 words each, are valuable 10% each of your final grade. Then there are 2 quizzes, the same thing. Participation is equal to 20% of your final grade. The midterm and the final, each of them is equal to 20% of your final degree. Here you can find what is the final grade. If you receive 90 points, is equal to A, and so on. And this is the program. So you see every week you have some chapters, 3 chapters in week number 2, 3 chapters in week number 3, 3 chapters in week number 4, and so on. You also have free videos that I selected from YouTube. Is not original content, but I spent some time collecting this information. And then, as we will see in a second, on the platform, there are the readings. So let's go to the platform. So here we are on the platform. So you are familiar with the platform. This is the Human Resource Management class. You have all the announcements because basically I remind you every week at the beginning of a week if you have something to do that week. And I usually organize a few Zoom meetings with everybody in general. So if you want to share with me your problems, if you have to ask some questions, I'm more than available. Of course, if you have something particular you want to discuss with me, you can contact me as usual by email or any other way you want, and we can talk. So here are all the assignments. This is the syllabus. The syllabus we just watched on previously. And this is our lecture, this lecture, and these are the readings. So there are some readings that are required, some readings are optional, like this one. And so every week, looking at your platform, you have a lecture from me. You have to take the textbook and read chapters 1 to 3 in this case, or 4 to 6 in this other case. You have other eventually readings to read, and then you have the other video screening. And in this case, you see week number 3, this one, you have memoranda number 1, which is the summary. And then you have quiz number 1, week number 4, and then you have your video to upload in week number 5. And again, in the second part of the class, in week number 7, you have your memoranda, your summary. In week number 8, you have your quiz. And in week number 10, you have your last 10 questions to answer, which is your final exam. So there is nothing new in this class. Already in the previous quarter, I changed a little bit the structure of the class, putting the video not at the very end, but as a midterm, and moving what was the midterm, which was the 10 question, to the end. But apart from that, the structure of the class remains the same. I noticed that not every student, honestly, but most of the students find this structure quite acceptable. About 60–70% of students have absolutely no problem in following the structure, and so I decided to keep it at least for now. And then eventually I will introduce some other changes if required. So that is all for now. So next week, I will start talking about this book. So I will prepare a summary of the first 3 chapters of this book, which will become the content of our lecture in week number 2. That is enough for now. And again, as usual, if you have any question, just contact me.